Hello and welcome to another Bearded Geek toy review. In today's video, we're doing the top 10 of 2022. Stay tuned. Now for this top 10 video, firstly, a couple of rules. It has to be something that I've reviewed in 2022, so I can't include anything from 2021. It has to have been released in 2022. There you go. That does include obviously anything that I've just reviewed recently because I bought it in 2022. That might give you a clue that perhaps like Davros might be in there, the recently reviewed Davros set. And also it has to be the figure as it came, no modifications or anything like that. So without further ado, let's look at a couple of honourable mentions first. Okay, so first of all, before we get to the actual top 10 itself, a couple of honourable mentions. Now, first of all, we have to have this Thor, Love and Thunder figure. Now, he is an absolutely brilliant figure. It's probably my favourite Marvel Legends figure that I have bought this year, even though I didn't buy as many as what I expected to. However, he doesn't get in the list because effectively it's a kit bash. It is a combination of two figures, not one, because the actual Thor figure in this armour didn't come with this head. It came with him wearing the helmet, and I had to buy the Ravager 4 figure to do the head swap to make him look like this, because I think he looks a damn sight better helmeted. It is a shame that Hasbro didn't include two heads in the figure set, and that's the reason why he doesn't get in the top 10, but it is still a fantastic figure. And if you can pick up both figures for a reduced price, because they're probably hitting bargain bins about now, then it is worth buying both of the four figures to do this excellent combination kit bash there. Second honourable mention goes to the Black Adam figure from the recent released Dwayne Johnson DC movie, which came out in October. Didn't exactly set the box office alight, which is a real surprise. I absolutely enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. But one of the reasons why this figure does not hit the top 10 is because he is an absolute bugger to stand. If you've seen my review video, and then if you also saw my short, me attempting to get him to stand, he's precarious at the moment, and it's all to do with the sheer weight of the plastic used on that cloak even, which just absolutely weighs him down. Great figure, but that's the reason why he doesn't get in the top 10. Finally, our third and final honourable mention is the Doctor Who Warriors of the Deep limited edition set, which is only available via the character options website. They're a great set of figures, but unfortunately they are virtually all identical, bar the one in the middle, which has the little red eyepiece there, which is lit up. It's great to have more 80s monsters from the show, because there is a distinct lack of 80s monsters in the range, but unfortunately this didn't really sell. It's still available on the website for $29.99, so you can still pick it up. It's not a sellout, so I don't know whether that means we are going to continue to get more exclusives via the character options website that aren't not 80s related. Yeah, it's just a shame that this one didn't really fly off the virtual shelves, as it were, but it's great to have some figures from the 80s anyway. Okay, so straight in at number 10, and it gets there just because of the sheer improvements in the Davros paint job and the more screen accurate colour scheme for the Dalek. It's the Creation of the Daleks B&M exclusive set from the 1975 story Genesis of the Daleks, which is one of my favourite Doctor Who stories, and yes, hits the top 10 just purely because of the improvements that character have made to Davros, and obviously the addition of a very more accurate paint job for the Dalek, and plus it had the additional features of being able to put the energy packs in the weapons. So there you go, that's number 10. In at number 9, it's the DC Multiverse Hawkman figure from the already mentioned Dwayne Johnson movie Black Adam. He was one of the standout characters from that movie, along with Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate, and Aldis Hodge, the actor who portrayed Hawkman, did an absolutely fantastic job, and I just loved the detail on this figure. He didn't come with the flying stand. I borrowed that from a Superman figure that I'm not currently got on display, but it is still a fantastic figure, and it's a worthy addition into the list at number 9. In at number 8, we've got Doctor Strange, not from his movie that came out last year, but from Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, this was, I think, technically released in 2021, but I did pick it up in 2022, therefore it is eligible for the list. And it is a far better Doctor Strange figure than the ones actually linked to the Multiverse of Madness. And it came with a selection of different hands, spellcasting hands, and also hands that had the spells on them. And it also had a better design of the costume. And again, it has an excellent likeness of Benedict Cumberbatch. So this is my one and only Marvel Legends figure that ends up in the top 10. Like I said earlier, 4 figure from Love and Thunder would have got in there if it hadn't had the thing to swap the heads with another figure. So there you go, Doctor Strange from Spider-Man No Way Home. Coming in at number 7, it is a very early release. I think this was released back in February 2022. And this is the B&M exclusive giant robot set that had a brand new season 12 4th Doctor, and obviously that was one of the reasons why, again, this hits the list, because they improve on the previous versions of these releases. So the giant robot is a lot more screen accurate, with that kind of like purpley pink instead of the red that it had on the initial release from 2008. And again, a lot more screen accurate with the actual 4th Doctor there, with an absolute superior paint job for his season 12 outfit, costume, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, a great set of figures, and again, it's great that B&M are releasing these for the collectors who missed out them on the first time. So number 7, Doctor Who and the giant robot. Number 6, well, it just wouldn't be a list without that most famous of Mandalorians on the list. Yes, it's a Star Wars Black Series. I know I've been very, very critical of this range throughout the year, more unrelated to Hasbro's ridiculous pricing increases, but this is still a great figure. This is the Typhon version of Boba Fett from the Mandalorian TV series, and it is just a great figure. You can get the throne room one from the Book of Boba Fett, which I will obviously look at getting at some point. Just looking to see if it gets reduced at some point. I have seen it reduced in some places, but not been able to catch it in time. So obviously it comes with the removable helmet, great likeness of Tamara Morrison, and yes, I have utilised the flaming jetpack effects from the Dark Trooper. The Dark Trooper actually would have been another honourable mention, just because he doesn't get the list, because he is stupidly priced at nearly 40 quid. So don't expect a Dark Trooper in number 5 to 1, because he isn't getting there. But yeah, number 6, Boba Fett. Absolutely love this figure. Brilliant. In at number 5, it's another Star Wars Black Series, and this is one I purchased on my visit to New York. So I don't think it actually came out in 2022, or it was one of those waves that was kind of like hit some stores late in 2021, but I think officially it is a 2022 release. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because I bought it in 2022. It is Darth Revan. It's just a cool looking figure. 2 different coloured lightsabers. Brilliant use of soft goods for the cape, and I love the look and style of this particular figure. So there you have it. In at number 5, it is Darth Revan. Number 4 in my favourite figures of the year is Darkseid from Zack Snyder's Justice League. This figure, was released, I think, initially in 2021, late 2021, but I didn't get hold of this guy until the summer of 2022. And it's just an amazing figure. This one is the variant edition with the full armour that he displays at the end of the movie, and just the sheer detail on the McFarlane figure. I keep saying McFarlane DC Multiverse seems to be knocking it out of the park, certainly due to the detail, what figures they're releasing, and also from a price point as well. This is an amazing figure. He's going to be very, very hard to track down, certainly with this chest armour. I think you can still get the more generic one where he's not wearing the chest armour. But it's well worth it if you are a fan of the movie or if you're just a fan of DC Multiverse in general. Darkseid. Number 3 on our list is the extremely hard to get hold of B&M exclusive of the First Doctor and his electronic FX TARDIS. Now, the First Doctor is not portrayed here by William Hartnell, but is the first sculpt we've had of David Bradley as the First Doctor, as he appeared in that drama documentary from 2013, and also appearing in the actual show itself in Peter Capaldi's very last episode, as well as appearing in Jodie Whittaker's very last episode as well. So the reason why this is in there, because it is great to have a FX TARDIS at an affordable price, and a lot more screen accurate First Doctor TARDIS than the previously released FX one from 2010. So this hits that sweet collector spot for me, and is in at number 3. Coming up at number 2, it is another DC Multiverse figure from McFarlane Toys. It is the Deluxe Swamp Thing, which was released on the gold label. This is just an amazing sculpt and an amazing figure, and just absolutely love the sheer detail there is in this particular figure, and it is just amazing. It is a well-deserved entry into this top 10. He has a bit of a difficulty standing. He doesn't really stick to those stands, so he's kind of like propped up at the back of my DC Multiverse shelf. But I just obviously love this figure. He is just amazing detail that they put into that, and a superb paint job. You really cannot fault this figure. There you go, DC's Swamp Thing from McFarlane Toys. And before we get to number 1, just a honourable mention to this. It's not a figure, it is a collectible, so I didn't include it in the top 10, but my Darth Vader Black Series helmet, which I got for my birthday in November. Absolutely love this, and it is looking great on display in the cabinet. But it has an honourable mention for it because it is just absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this. There you go. There's my quick shot of Boba Fett. Oh look, and there's the Stormtrooper as well. But there's the Darth Vader Black Series helmet. Honourable mention for the list. And now on to number 1. And coming in at number 1 with a little honourable mention to the guys in the background, the black suited Superman and the armoured Batman from Zack Snyder's Justice League. But number 1 figure for me is Speed Force Flash from the 2021 version of Justice League, just for the sheer amazing detail that's on there. The way it includes translucent parts and the effects to give the Flash that effect of running through the Speed Force. I absolutely really love this figure. It is so clever. He's a bit of a bugger to stand up, but as long as you lean him against something, he's okay. And some of the effects do fall off from time to time. But yeah, Ezra Miller has his problems. We're aware of that. They are getting some help for their mental issues, and the film is due out in June this year. Whether he continues in the role is debatable. Some reports say that, because of their improvements that they're making, that they may be continuing the role. Some are saying that James Gunn might be doing a full and complete reboot of the DC movie series. So who knows? But yeah, that is my favourite figure of the year. Speed Force Flash from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse range. As I've said many a time, I'm not the biggest DC fan, I'm more a Marvel fan, but McFarlane Toys are just knocking it out of the park with these DC Multiverse figures. They really are just absolutely brilliant. And, I'm looking forward to more of their releases in 2023. So there you go, there's my top figure. Did you agree? Please leave a comment and let me know what you thought about my top 10 and also my honourable mentions as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'm always interested to see what your comments are and what you think was the best top 10 or the best thing that I reviewed for 2022. Anyway, please leave us a like, it really does help out the channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified whenever we upload a brand new video. Lots of cool stuff to come, so in the meantime, stay tuned to Bearded Geek Toy Reviews, and we will see you soon. Bye now.